So, there are quite a few common misconceptions about how our brain actually works. And honestly, some of them are really widespread. Let me break it down for you. 1. We only use 10% of our brain. Okay, this one has been around forever, right? But here's the thing. It's not true. Neuroimaging studies have shown that we actually use all parts of our brain. Yep, all of it. Different areas are active at different times throughout the day, depending on what we're doing. 2. Left brain versus right brain personality. All right, here's a fun one that's been totally debunked. People think you're either super logical and analytical, left-brained, or super creative and emotional, right-brained. But the truth? Both hemispheres of your brain work together for most tasks. So you're not just one or the other, you're a beautifully complex mix of both. 3. Brain damage is always permanent. Now this one can sound a bit scary, but let me tell you something amazing. Our brains are incredibly adaptable. It's called neuroplasticity. Basically, the brain can reorganize itself, adapt, and even recover lost functions in some cases. How cool is that? 4. Memory works like a video recorder. Okay, this one makes me laugh a bit because it's so not true. Memory isn't like a perfect recording of events. It's more like a patchwork quilt. Memories are reconstructed and they can be influenced by emotions, context, or even just time. So yeah, sometimes our brains fill in the gaps and things get a bit fuzzy. 5. More brain cells mean a smarter person. Here's the deal. Intelligence isn't just about how many brain cells you've got. It's about the connections between them and how efficiently your brain processes information. Quality over quantity, 6. Older adults can't create new brain cells. Now, this one is just flat out wrong. Research has shown that the hippocampus, that's the bit of the brain involved in memory, can generate new neurons throughout your life. Yep, even when you're older. And things like mental stimulation and physical activity can help keep that process going. 7. Cramming is an effective study method. Let's be real, who hasn't crammed for an exam at least once? But it's not the best way to learn. Research shows that spaced repetition and regular study sessions are much better for long-term retention. So yeah, let's ditch the all-nighters, shall we? So there you have it, a little myth-busting session about the brain. Understanding these misconceptions can help us see the brain for the incredible, adaptable, and honestly fascinating organ it really is. And hey, it might even inspire some better learning and mental health practices along the way. Cool, right?